Well, a person stumbles blind when they're first initially trying to figure out what their material might be. If they're a sculptor and you stumble blindly into one thing or another, probably you're reaching back into your subconscious as you're flailing about trying to figure out what you might do. And of course, we played with sticks when we were kids, and kids actually play out all the hunting, their hunting and gathering past, all the shadow life of our forefathers are locked inside us in a way. We all know about sticks, we know how to work with them. When we're children, we realize that they're a huge imaginative object because, a stick is a weapon, a tool, a piece of a wall. It's everything, and you don't really have to have the whole thing. As long as you have about 3 or 4 good sticks, you can just about imagine the rest. I try to break the piece down in smaller bits so that whoever's helping me doesn't have to think it through. All they have to do is plug in and work a little bit here and a little bit there. Then they get a little bit better at it, and then the conception of it means more to them, and they are able to work fully. It helps not only us, but it gives a kind of artistic opportunities to folks that might have a bit more limited avenue for making things, and as it's turned out and you see that people are actively interested in what we're doing here, I think the inmates have been a great addition to our project. Well, sometimes if you're making something for a certain audience and that audience, for whatever reason, has a lack of faith in sculpture, maybe doesn't know that much about it, then and it's going to go on the street in a normal community, you better make something that's somewhat recognizable. It can't just be a thing. If you're working for an art museum, you have a lot more latitude because they ought to be able to think, symbolically, metaphorically, and view work in a bit different way. I've had an administrative background in the health field, and then I became less interested in that and realized that I was going to spend my entire life at a desk, and that wasn't my destiny. That I wanted to kind of live and work outside, and I wanted to be a sculptor, be recognized as a sculptor, and do whatever that was. And I wasn't sure at that point what it was. I went back to school to try to figure out what was the universe that I wanted to be in. One thing that the placement here had to do with making sure that people would look at it, and that is that they can come from the parking lot and go directly through it. They can look at it as they approach and go to the museum, and when they come back out, they're looking over at it and it's near their car. I think that will encourage people to actually pause and take a test drive and see what they think about it. It causes you to pause and kind of ponder the things around you and see them in a bit different way. And so this is a kind of vehicle for that, a bit transportive.